Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guests today are from the upcoming production of The Half-Life of Marie Curie, which is coming up at Giving Tree Theater in Marion. Michelle Payne Hinz is the director. Michelle, welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to see you again. Jen Brown. Jen.
Hello.
Nice to have you back.
Thanks. Nice to be back.
And Kristina Rutkowski. Kristina, hello. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Let's see. Let's start. Michelle, I'm going to ask you as the director to kind of give us the plot summary of this. You may think you know the story of Marie Curie, but I'm betting that you don't.
Not this part, probably. The Half-Life of Marie Curie is focused on the friendship between Marie Curie and another female scientist, another woman scientist, Hertha Ayrton. It's a story of scandal and science and sex and everything that you would expect would happen between two adults who need each other and don't know that they need each other all the time. I'm not sure I'm doing it justice. I'm looking at my actors going, what is this really what I should be saying? The plot is fairly basic. Marie is at home in France where she has started an affair with a married man. She's been given a second Nobel Prize and has been told not to come accept it. She goes to England to be with her friend Hertha at Hertha's invitation, and they talk. And it's very good. So in other words, a successful woman who is mired in a scandal, so not anything like what life is like today.
Not at all.
Kristina, you play Marie Curie, so tell me a little bit about how you view that character.
It's been fascinating to work on a scientist and to work on a historical figure, knowing that it is still a fictionalized version, that having a script that just gives us so much to work with, so many clues as to the personality, and to be able to play off that has been a lot of fun.
Did you know about this phase of Marie Curie's life and career at the time? I mean, most of us discovered radium, end of story.
Yes, most of us never learn about the scandal, which I think it's good that 150 years later that's not the part that we all remember. But yeah, so no, I did not know about this part.
And Jen, so the character of the woman, Hertha, real person, a fellow scientist, probably new to you as to the rest of us?
Yes. I did know a little bit more about Marie Curie's life and some of the scandal and post-Nobel life, but I didn't know about Hertha at all. It was a complete new person to me. She's been great.
So what... So these two women come together, and want to go through the entire plot. But what is Marie looking for when she spends time with Hertha, and then vice versa? So what is she finding here?
She is trying to figure out what is left in her life. With this scandal, she feels like everything that matters to her is being taken away. And her friend helped her to see that it's still there, but that she's going to have to fight for it, that she's going to have to stand up for herself and say, this is my life, and I'm going to keep control of it.
Jen, same question. What is Hertha looking for or getting out of this?
Well, like all of the best stories, Hertha thinks she's looking for one thing, but she's really looking for something else. She thinks that she is going to stand up for women everywhere by standing up for this particular woman, who she does have a lot of affection for, but they are not really the closest of friends at first. They're more like friendly acquaintances who knew each other through science. And so they probably had corresponded before, and they had met each other at science functions, but she wanted to rescue Marie from the injustice, which was her major thing in life because she was also a major suffragist. But what she really wanted was validation, that her work for the cause and for science mattered. And so finding how she gets or doesn't get both of those things and discovers what she really needs is always a fascinating thing to work with.
How does her being a suffragist play into this work?
It's important to understand her motivation. She does some very outrageous things for 1912. Showing up unannounced at a friend's doorstep and very not jokingly going to buy a saber to beat up journalists is very outrageous behavior for a woman, but she is very willing to do so because she believes that all women are embroiled in a fight for their very freedom.
And and I kind of off the cuff said, "Oh, geez, we don't know of any situations like this today." But did you feel on these pages and as you were working through this that how this resonates with what women are going through today, Kristina?
Yes. There is a line of Marie's where she is responding to Hertha talking about how much this all is, and Marie simply responds with, "It is exhausting."
Something else that hasn't changed
Yes.
in 150 years. Michelle, as in the process of reading the script, casting the show, and now rehearsing it, getting ready, what's changed or what's surprised you? What is there anything that is playing out differently than what you imagined?
One of the things I hadn't noticed in the script and that Jen and Kristina really brought to it was the way that the friendship developed over the course of the script. They have a natural affinity. They play off each other very well. They're terrific scene partners together. As we move from the situations Jen described, where they're primarily business or work acquaintances, and move into the friendship, all kinds of things come out. They can be very playful. They can tease. They can get drunk. There's a wonderful scene with them and a whiskey bottle. They have an immense argument. To say that makes it seem like it's not grounded, but the argument itself is grounded in all the things that both of the women are dealing with. And they're confronting each other with different approaches to the situations they find themselves in, which is then followed by the scene with the whiskey.
So it's not all just patting you on the shoulder and being supportive.
Not at all. Not at all. It has been really fantastic to get to work on these different aspects. I mean, the fight scene has been so much fun. Yeah. And we actually got to start with that in the initial audition.
Yep.
And yes, the drinking scene is...
Those two are definitely our favorites to go through.
Fighting and the drinking, always
Right.
the best part.
Yep.
The play is The Half-Life of Marie Curie, and June 22 through 24?
24, 25, and 26.
June 24, 25, and 26 at Giving Tree Theater.
Yes.
And if people want tickets, of course, they can go to the website for Giving Tree, which is?
Yes, which is just givingtree.com or givingtreetheater.com, and it's ER, not RE, so givingtreetheater.com. They can also just walk up and get tickets at the door. The Friday and Saturday performances are at 7:30, and the Sunday matinee is at 2.
And comfiest seats anywhere. You can
Yes.
sit, the only theater where you can sit on couches.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, and they bring you food and drinks.
Even better. They bring you food. You got to watch a fight and drinking whiskey.
Is there anything better on this world?
And discussing sex.
Yep. Sex and science. Like, what else do you want?
Give me the details.
Yes.
I need the details.
Sounds like it's got it all. It's the Half-Life of Marie Curie coming up on the weekend of the 24th at Giving Tree Theater in Marion. Again, givingtreetheater.com for tickets and more information. Thanks for being with me today.
Thank you very much, Dennis. Thank you.
You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio many weekdays at 10:20 or download the podcast, watch or listen on your own schedule at kcck.org/culture or however you get your podcasts. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.